Hello, beautiful people. Tomisin here again on Faithfully Booked, and you're welcome to Faithfully Booked. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video on the Faithfully Booked YouTube channel. Since you've made it here, please just drop a like on this video, drop a comment. You can drop a book emoji so that I can know who's here and who's not. And also make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not already, because you are the only one who has not subscribed to this channel. I mean, you're not the only one, but don't be part of them. Anyways, welcome to another video, and today I'll be talking about why exactly I am taking a break and what I am taking a break from. Because it's easy to assume that I'm taking a break from Faithfully Book. Now I'm not doing that. Been there, done that, not doing that right now. Maybe in the future, but right now I am still here, still on Faithfully Booked, still pushing, still posting, and everything good. By the grace of God, obviously, by the grace of God, because not by my power, not by my might, but by the Spirit of the Lord. Yeah. Anyways, so I'll actually be taking a break from fiction, taking a break from fiction books, taking a break from fiction books. Fiction has always been a large part of my life, you know, writing fiction, reading fiction, acting fiction, whatever it is, whatever word you want to use to qualify fiction. In the month of September, I have read 4 fiction books. So I read Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. I read Alice in Between by Phyllis Reynolds. I also read The One Who Loves Me by Joan Mbola, and I read Wormwood Abbey. I don't remember the name of the person, but I know it ends with like bear. Anyways, I don't remember the name of the author, unfortunately, and I could not check because I already returned the book because I borrowed it. Right, I think Christina Bear, but I'm not sure. I'll just attach the cover so that we can all see it and know the author. And it's not because these books were not good, but it's just the like frame of mind that I was in, the space that my mind was in, to be exact. Right. So how exactly I approached these books, it was just that I was just reading for the sake of reading. I wasn't reading to enjoy it. I wasn't savoring it. I wasn't learning anything from it. I was just reading words. I was just reading words. So I was skipping words, skipping sentences, skipping phrases, pardon me, skipping paragraphs, even skipping chapters, right? And just like jumping the entire book so that I would find out what exactly was going on, what exactly was happening in the book, and just skip to the part where, things were happening, right? So the action part of the book, just to find out, okay, what's happening, right? So that was how I was going. And I was just like reading for the sake of reading, just reading to sort of fill a void, just reading to occupy my mind, occupy myself, right? And it wasn't beneficial because at the end of the day, I was not satisfied. At the end of the day, I was just like, question mark, question mark. I wasn't satisfied basically, and I would only want to read more, right? Because I was trying to sort of just feel something up, sort of just occupy myself, right? And that was how it was going basically. That's how my reading was going. That's how it was going, and I think that just defeats the entire point of reading a book, right? Because you're not just reading a book to find out what would happen at the end of the book, which is something I'm actually fond of. Because the thing about me and the thing about how I read is that when I read, I tend to be sort of, I don't want to use the word obsessive or compulsive. I'm not sure which of the words are accurate. It's in a manner, or it's such that if I am not done with the book, if I have not finished the book, then I'm not satisfied. If I have not gotten to the end of the book, if I don't know what's happening, right? And I think it might be everyone, I'm not sure, right? So if I have not gotten to the end of the book, I've not discovered what happens at the end of the book, then I'm not satisfied. So I just want to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, right? So just one more chapter, just one more chapter, but I never dropped the book, that sort of thing, right? So if you hear me say that, oh, I finished this book in 2 days, or I finished this book in 3 days, it's not necessarily a good thing, honestly. The fact that I read 4 books this month of September, to me, it's not a good thing, because what did I gain from the books? What did I learn, right? And I don't just mean, oh, lessons that I'm going to stay with, for the rest of my life, but even, oh, this word, I saw this word you used in this book. I now know the meaning of the word. I'm going to use it in, my everyday conversations, that sort of thing. Or I saw that this tense was used this way, this expression was used, right? So I think all of these things are things that we actually learn in the process of reading, and the way I was reading, I was actually depriving myself of all of those benefits, right? So my point is that I was reading just basically defeats the entire point of reading a book, because the point of reading a book is not just so that I can find out what happens, it's not just for, the plot, right? But for everything that I'm picking up along the way, because reading is a journey. Reading is a journey. Anyways, you get to meet and interact with so much. So how I was reading, I was actually depriving myself of that. So what I'm actually going to be doing going forward, or what I'm doing, what I decided to do, is I'm actually taking a step back from fiction. I'm taking a step back from fiction. And I think that this space is a space that, as readers and as people generally, we can actually get to, right? Where we are just doing a certain thing just to, just for the sake of it, right? Where we're actually just doing a certain thing, we're just going through the motions, right, and not actually making progress, right? I think it's a space where we can find ourselves in, right? And it's not a good space to be in. So what I'm doing, what I decided to do, like I have done before, so I'm actually taking a step back from fiction and focusing on the other books on my TBR, right, for the month, focusing on my personal development books, focusing on memoirs, and maybe the classics that I have on my TBR, because I do want to read Anne of Green Gables this month, right? So that's basically what I'm going to be doing, taking a step back from fiction. I hope that, just taking a step back so that I can actually reconnect, taking a step back so that by the time I return, I'm in a much better space of mind to actually enjoy the books that I read, and I'm not just reading for the sake of it, because that's not the point of reading, right? And I don't want to continue reading like that, because it's not satisfying, right? It only leaves me, oh, I want more, I want more, I want more, that sort of thing. And I hope that I am able to, just get back in soon, right? I hope it doesn't take too long for me to just get my mind in a better frame, right? And all of that good stuff, basically. Yeah. So I think that's just that's just the update from my end. That's just the reading update. You can also let me know in the comments how your reading is going, how your reading has been going. Here's to actually savoring and enjoying the books we read. Here's to actually reading with intentionality and presence of mind. And here's to actually enjoying the journey that these stories take us on, and learning lessons along the way, because that is the point of reading. That is the point of reading, at least for me. But what is the point of reading for you? Because have you ever found yourself in this space where you're just reading words, but you're not reading the book, you're not reading the story? Let me know in the comment section if you've actually found yourself in that space, and how did you get out of there? How did you actually get out of there? Please just let me know in the comment section, because I'll be reading every one of the comments. So you've made it this far, please drop a like, drop a comment. If you don't know what to comment, you can drop the book you're currently reading, or drop a book emoji. Let me know if you made it till the end, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not. You're the only one who has not subscribed. Well, we know that's not true, but don't be part of the people that have not subscribed. Join the family, join the community, and I'll see you next time by the grace of God. Till then, stay reading.